All right. Well, welcome to Absolutely Criminal,
Yeah, we missed
everyone.
all of that.
I'm sorry. I think you guys can hear us now. I apologize for that. My name is Andrew. This is Tiffie Lou right beside me. How you doing, Tiffie Lou?
I still good.
We just did this. Yeah, we had a lot of last minute things coming up to this live stream. Not to mention the bug flying up my nose at the last
Oh, stop dragging that out.
at
Okay.
the last minute, but now hopefully you guys can hear us. There we are. And welcome, Sparkles and Renee, as always. We appreciate you. And yeah, so that was the tale of Zhuming Li, the downstairs neighbor who just uh, couldn't handle the noise upstairs.
Yeah. I've been frustrated with my upstairs neighbors too, but I have always had really like rambunctious children. So
Yeah.
I just kept my distance. I'm like, well, I'm probably not a great neighbor either. Not everybody is quiet at home.
Yeah, I mean, we used to have that neighbor upstairs that would vacuum every night at 10 o'clock.
Yes, every night.
And
But our son used to pound on the walls. So
that is true. Yeah.
so you give some, you take some. There was another lady that didn't like it if you were making noises, and she would take her broom handle
Yeah.
and pound on her floor when we were down below her.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
was fun.
Yep. Neighbors are fun. Okay. So we have that. I'll go over it again real quick. So that was our first story. Next, we have a video that looks like a parody. It's almost impossible that this is real, but it's real. It's a woman getting arrested for DUI, and she's got stuff to say. And we're gonna play a fun little multiple choice game with her. And then at the end, we have yet another poison neighbor story that Tiffy Lou will be reading for us, right?
Yeah, it's like they're just breeding,
Yep.
you know?
All right, let's go with Intoxikaren. So, police stumble upon this stumbling person who has just had a fender bender, and they just want to know what's going on.
Hi. Do you have a driver's license on you? And your insurance?
I want to call my dad first.
Okay, but I still need your driver's license and insurance, okay? What happened today?
All right. So, what do you think she will say is going on today? A, her dog is missing. B, her kids are sick. Or C, grandma's dead.
Now I am gonna chime in. I have not seen the video.
Yep.
Um, I'm going with grandma's dead.
You're going with grandma's dead? Okay,
Yeah.
put your answer in the chat or in your head, and we will see.
My grandma died.
Oh!
Yeah.
Yeah!
That's what happened.
Today?
Can I do that?
I mean, we're not really happy about her grandmother
No,
dying.
no.
but,
My
you know.
grandmother passed away about 15 years ago. Can I use that if I'm in a fender bender?
Yeah, well, and as you'll see, that claim is a little dubious as we go on.
Today.
I'm so sorry.
And I was going to this special cemetery. And that's when I got into the car accident.
What happened here? How did this occur?
How did we all get here? A, the other driver was following too close. B, she spilled her beer in her lap. Or C, her car accelerated by itself. Now, what will she say?
I'm going with
happened?
accelerated.
You're going with accelerated by itself?
Yeah.
C. All right. Think of your answer, and we will find out.
How did the accident-
Because she was too close to my end. End.
What's your
I
end?
have two different breathalyzer things in my car.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I do.
Where are they?
Did you not see me point to them?
Well, those are garage door openers.
All right. So if you couldn't hear, she said she had two breathalyzers in her car. She points to her garage door openers. Now, what's her response when she hears the breathalyzers are garage door openers? A, shut up, you know it all. B, you're right, I'm just sloshed. Or C, they're also breathalyzing.
She's not gonna own up to being sloshed. I'm going with her trying to claim that they are also a breathalyzer.
Okay, and Amelia Sparkles
Okay,
says
she's
A.
choosing shut up, know it all. I would be scared to say that to a cop, but I've never talked to a cop when drunk, so I don't know. I don't know what I could
Oh,
say.
she is not shy to say things to cops.
That
We'll
would
see
be
that coming up.
crazy. Okay, I want to hear this.
All
Then.
right.
which are also breathalyzing submission.
Which are also breathalyzing shimishi.
Oh, I thought that said business at first.
Somebody get Taylor business on
I
the phone.
I
know.
need your phone number, Christina.
I know, and I'm gonna call my brother-in-law, who is a 411.
All right, Christina, I need your phone number for the report.
All right, this is a fun one. That's not a phone in her hand. What object will she put up to her ear? The cop asks for her phone number, and she's going to get out her phone. It's not a phone, but what object does she put up to her ear and speak into? A, a third breathalyzer. B, an antibacterial wipe. Or C, does she pull out a pint of Jack Daniels?
My money's on B. I
All
can't imagine her having the Jack. She looks like she finished the Jack Daniels.
right, we got C and A.
Oh, and you've
Tiffy
got
says
A.
B. We have it all covered. Let's find out.
Yeah, and I'm gonna talk to my in private.
That's not a phone. It's a hand.
I know it's a hand wet. It's still a phone.
Oh, wait. It's also a phone.
Yep, it doubles
Oh,
as a...
I don't have cool hand wipes like that.
The technology we have these days. I mean,
I
it's
know.
pretty incredible.
Wow, she's like on top of it. With
I mean,
tech.
it seems like just yesterday we had folding screens come out, and now it's just all floppy, and you can do anything with it.
Okay.
I can have my own.
No, not at this time.
Guess what my brother-in-law is?
Let's all guess what her brother-in-law
Wait,
is.
she said he's the 411, right?
Right. So what does that mean, though?
He works for information. He's an operator.
Okay, so he's a cop, maybe?
No.
He's a dispatcher, I guess, or C, something else.
I'm going to say maybe it's a dispatcher, but that would be 911.
I think Sparkles is rolling on the floor.
I don't know.
Okay,
I don't
let's
know.
find out. There's really no good answer to this one.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, she's kind of screwed.
Sparkles says B.
Yeah. All right. Sparkles and I are on the same page.
A lot ahead above you.
It's good.
Yeah.
The correct answer was a lot ahead above you.
So the mayor or something?
We still don't know.
Oh.
All right, Christina, can you step out of the car for me?
Yeah.
All right. Step right back here for me, okay? You said no medication, nothing?
I'm on medication.
Alright. The reason I'm asking is the way you're speaking and the way you're acting, you're holding up a hand wipe as a phone. Alright? And you're telling me that you were trying to turn in here, but you went straight across this way and slammed into
I
her.
was scared
So
about
what
what was happening.
So how much did you have to drink today?
All right, how many drinks will she admit to having? Is it A, none, B, a couple beers, or C, 8 shots of whiskey?
I am picking up a little Sarah Boone here. So I think she's going to...
I got Sarah Boone vibes too from this.
She is going to claim none, and it's going to change to because of the wine. I don't know. But I'm going to say she starts with none.
All right.
Okay?
Renee
says B, but couple beers.
That's really the standard
Sparkles
answer.
is shots of 8 shots. That's very specific. I don't know. I might be leaning in the Sparkles direction.
I don't know how many of these videos you watch, but B, a couple of beers. That's always the standard answer.
I know
no
who
matter
drinks
how
beer.
sloshed they are. I've had a couple. All right, let's find out.
Today, I didn't drink anything. I was here for my babshas
Alright.
gravy.
Right.
Is she Jewish?
She was there for her. Right. It sounded like she tried to say the word for Jewish grandmother, but she ended up saying gravy at the end. I thought she was going to say her bubby.
Yeah, Bubby or Babka. But,
Babka, yeah.
but would she say babubcha?
She-
Blah, 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 blah. It's like one of the things you write in your monologues.
Yeah.
I can't
So-
make it out.
In case you're keeping score, when she first pulled up and was asked, her grandmother died today.
But now she's going to visit her grave.
That's really
That's
fast service.
very quick.
Mhm.
I couldn't see in my dad's grave for 2 weeks. That's amazing.
I thought Forest Lawn was good out here, but that's pretty special.
Yeah.
I
I
have never failed a quiz so horrible. All right. Well, you just wait. There's time to redeem yourself or fail even more horribly.
How many times are you gonna do it till you know I can do it?
It's a few times, unfortunately. I gotta go through all the steps.
Oh, I can't wait for you to meet my father.
Okay, follow the pen.
I am you.
All right.
Wow. He
All right.
is being friendly.
What do you think? Did she pass that test?
No.
No, we're just
No,
messing with you.
no,
Yeah,
of
she's
course
totally
not.
sloth.
Um,
No.
So next, what I want you to do, all right,
Oh.
if you can.
What, you want me to stand on my hand with 1, 2
No.
feet? I can't do that regardless.
No, luckily we don't have to do any handstands.
This feels like an episode of Reno 911, like a parody, you know?
I've
Series
already
of
done
I
nine
can't
steps.
do it
Are you saying you're not able to do this?
because of
Why can't she do the test?
Is she
because
physically
of,
handicapped?
Is it A,
Oh.
because of my religion?
I'm going with her leg is shorter.
Is it B, one leg is shorter, or is it C, I have back problems?
I have back problems. I can stand on one leg. I mean,
All right, put your guesses out
I
there.
have a religion too. So
Yeah, and it does allow you
it
to
does
do
allow
field
me to
sobriety
stand
testing.
on one leg.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sparkles says B, one leg is shorter. I think that was Tiffy's answer as well. Let's find out.
my back
Oh,
Back?
wrong.
back
Oh my God.
So,
curvular
so
back.
are you saying you physically cannot do this?
A curvular back.
She said curvular. Yeah.
As in, mine does that when I lean forward.
I will try, but I'm telling you, I have
Well, this
back
is, I know, but this is
problems.
why I'm asking you. Can you physically
And
do this?
you're holding me up
Right.
from my
So
grandma's funeral.
can you
And she's got the nicest, sweetest cop in the world too. By the way,
Oh,
he's very patient.
I
You know?
am not kidding. Okay. I have had issues with police officers where they have not been as kind and friendly. And I was still totally sober and they were still not this kind and friendly. She's got it made with this guy.
Tiffy, slow down, slow down. We're hurting Sparkle's face.
Okay. No, I'm saying all she did was call him an a-hole and he didn't call her out on that. Like the cops in our
Right.
neighborhood would just like, oh man.
Yeah, she would
You
have been.
don't drop swear words at the cops in
She
our
would have been
neighborhood.
tased by now.
Yeah.
Right, stop,
Present.
stop,
I
stop,
want-
stop.
No, you
All right,
do
turn
not
around. Christina,
touch
turn
me.
around. Put your hands behind
You
your
do
back.
not touch
Turn
me.
around. Put your hands behind your back.
Sarah Boone.
I want to talk
Turn
to my
around. Put your hands
attorney.
behind your back. You can call them when we get to the station. Turn around, please. Okay?
You are
Turn around.
hurting me.
Turn around.
He's
All
barely
right? You're under arrest for
touching you,
DUI.
lady.
You're under arrest for DUI, is what the cop just said. What is her next line? A, F my life. B, no, I'm not. Or C, no, you're under arrest for
Okay.
DUI.
It's probably A, but I really hope it's C because that sounds so funny. But it's probably A.
All right, so cop says you're under arrest for DUI. What is her next line? Let's find out.
No, I'm not.
No, I'm not.
Oh, I was
Renee was
wrong.
correct on that.
Renee
Don't
got
go
that
in
one right.
my purse. I'll
I'm gonna try that next time I'm in.
What happened today?
No, I'm not.
Oops. Here, I gotta go back. Apologies.
She's got a curvular
back.
spine. We heard that. Where
Yeah.
is she now?
All right.
not touch
Turn
me.
around. Put your hands behind your
Sorry,
back.
Buck.
I want to talk
Turn
to
around.
my
Put your hands
attorney.
behind your back. You can call them when we get to the station. Turn around, please. Okay?
You are
Turn around.
hurting me.
Turn around. All right. You're under arrest for DUI.
All right, so we know the answer to this question. Let me know if you guys want to do this
No,
kind of
I'm
thing again.
not.
This makes me giggle. I just like it.
Don't go in my purse. I'll go in it myself.
No, you're under arrest. You can't.
Looks like an ice
How
house.
am I
Oh, no,
under
it's just a-
arrest?
This is your phone, right? Yep.
That would be my phone.
Perfect. Alrighty.
How am I?
Alrighty then. And he shuts the door.
All right,
Just
Christina,
so you
step out.
know
Careful. I don't want to
that
Now we've
it
arrived
is
at the
my
Wait till her father hears about
I
it.
did not. I do not tie my gym shoes.
Okay.
I hope you feel good
Doesn't
about
tie your gym
yourself. Remember,
That sounds
arresting me.
Okay.
I have never worn my shoes. They've always been like this. You
Okay.
guys had no problem then.
Boy, that really showed him. My
Oh,
shoes have been untied all this time, officer.
okay.
Owned.
Now, did you?
No, you said you had no issues. Take your shoes off for me, please.
Can I take a picture? A screenshot. I want to take a picture.
We have lots of video going.
She should get out her baby wipe.
This one,
Click, click.
the 10 of them that are in here.
Sweetheart, I know how it works. Okay? I want to talk to my...
Oh, yeah. Who would she like to talk to?
I thought it was her dad. Her dad,
I don't know if it's her dad
he's
or
way
brother-in-law.
above it.
But
Yeah.
I would like to talk to her attorney.
No, what is funny is when she said attorney earlier,
Mhm.
she said your attorney. Did you hear that?
Oh, no, I didn't. She said, I want to talk to your attorney.
attorney.
That's very specific.
Right.
So A, her attorney, B, her father, or C, her father in heaven.
I don't think it's God.
All right.
Okay,
Renee says her attorney.
Renee says A. She's
B.
been talking about her dad, so I want to say your dad. She thinks he's like governor or something.
And she's not a very godly woman.
Yeah, I'm not picking up the God.
Yeah. All right, let's find out. I want to talk to my
Father first. How about that? I'm not under the influence, you dumb shit.
Okay.
Ooh.
I have the right to my attorney,
Wait.
who is.
She's getting so pink.
I have the right to my attorney who is. It's very suspenseful.
Better not be Frank Bankowitz.
Does she
Give
say
me a break.
A, DeFranco, B, Delightful, or C, Frank Bankowitz? He is available now.
I guess I'll go with DeFranco.
Bankowitz.
This is one of
But
these
he did
things
say he
where
was
I
too
am
busy.
now literally coloring in circles to make shapes on my test. You know, I
By
don't know
now.
the answer.
All right, Renee says DeFranco. We have a vote for Delightful. Let's find out.
DeFranco.
This goes for
Some guy named DeFranco.
If you refuse to take
And she
any
does
of
the
these
whole I can't
tests,
hear you.
okay,
I
your license is going to
literally
be
can't
suspended
hear
for
you.
12 months.
Blah, 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 blah,
We
blah,
knew.
blah,
Do you understand these rights as I have read them to you?
No, blah, 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 blah. Give me my goddamn phone now.
Christina, you just sit down, please.
No, give me my
He hands her a package of baby wipes.
phone now. Dad.
How will this conversation end? She got her dad on the phone. What do you say? Will this conversation end in a screaming match? A. B. In tears and I love you, man. Or C. Will she find out that she's adopted?
Okay,
Here
that is a
in-
very odd timing for that. I'm gonna go seize the ruler outer, and I'm gonna say B.
Right, yeah. Sometimes you just rule out
Get
the.
this lady her wipes. Awesome.
All right. Sparkle says, in tears and I love yous. That would be like a whole story arc. Like she would be redeemed at the
Oh,
end
I
of that
keep
point.
hitting
You know?
this. I'm sorry. Am I making a noise to everyone?
You're making tons of noise.
I'm
Tiffy.
sorry.
We can.
I keep tapping the mic.
All right, let's find out how this conversation goes. We're gonna let it play out. That will take us to the end, and I promise you'll love it.
I got arrested coming to your mother's funeral. Okay? Yeah. So you tell your sister that she is not part of my family.
You ever talk to your dad that way?
No.
They said that I'm under the influence. I'm at the Niles police station. Come and get me now.
Can
And
I
tell your
what's
sister.
wrong with her finger? Like, did
yeah.
she hurt it?
She said that at a different point in the video. She burned it cooking. She said she burned it
okay.
cooking.
I'm like,
so-
why is she just sticking her finger up all the time?
Sister to go off.
Ooh.
I don't ever want to talk to your sister ever again. I don't care. Come get my now.
That's an invite.
Oh, do you need to hold me, or am I too intoxicated?
You're out of your cuffs. Do you need help walking down the stairs?
No, I don't
Okay.
need any cuffs.
Clump, 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 clump.
Yeah, tie your shoes.
I know, going down the stairs in what looks like a place they kill people. That was a scary looking basement.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, we'll do something like that again soon. That was fun.
That
But
was fun. Yeah.
it's just so wild. Like if they didn't have all the equipment, they didn't look like real cops, and this wasn't from a body cam channel, I would think that was a parody.
I couldn't he was editing and stuff this, so I overheard some of the conversation earlier and I thought it was a joke.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, she sounds like how people on TV sound when they're, impersonating a drunk person.
Now wait just a minute.
Yeah. And I'm just like, wow, that was overkill.
All right. And to conclude today, Tiffany has a story. I think it's about another poison neighbor story, isn't it?
Well, you labeled it and wrote it, so I'm gonna assume you know.
It's just banter. It's on
That's what
on-air
our banter
banter is what they call it, yeah.
Okay, move over.
All right. Here's Tiffie Lou.
In a quiet town, Peggy Carr, a 41-year-old restaurant worker, lay critically ill in a hospital's intensive care unit. But as her condition deteriorated, doctors were left puzzled. Lab tests returned negative results, but a keen-eyed doctor noticed a peculiar symptom. Peggy's hair was falling out at an alarming rate. This was a sign of a rare condition, one that the doctor had never encountered before. The diagnosis was shocking: thallium poisoning. Thallium, a highly toxic metal once used as a pesticide, had been banned in the U.S. since 1972. Once ingested, it wreaks havoc on the body, attacking nerve endings and muscles, leading to their atrophy and eventual death. In severe cases, victims can experience delirium, paralysis, and even fall into a coma. The most terrifying aspect? There's no known cure or antidote.
Did you just tell me to move over?
Yes, I did.
Oh, okay.
I did. You're in my way.
Rude.
Peggy wasn't the only victim. Her stepson, Travis, and son, Dwayne, were also hospitalized with the same diagnosis. The family was in turmoil. You went too fast. I don't know what you just did. Where am I? Oh, there we go. The family was in turmoil and the community was in shock. How did this family come into contact with such a deadly substance? The investigation took a dark turn when it was revealed that Peggy and her family had received an anonymous threatening letter a few months prior. The letter ominously warned them to move out of Florida within 2 weeks or face death. Of course, it's in frickin' Florida.
Mhm.
What the hell? The threat was chillingly clear. Quote, "This is no joke," unquote. Suspicion initially fell on Peggy's husband, his name is Pie.
Yeah, pie. I assume that's short for something.
I hope. The couple had recently reconciled after a brief separation due to Pie's infidelity. Pie's behavior was also questionable. He was away when Peggy first fell ill and hesitated to take her to the hospital. However, when thallium was found in Pie's system, he was no longer a suspect. The breakthrough in the case came when investigators discovered thallium in some soda bottles at the Carr residence. The bottles showed signs of tampering, and the poison was expertly mixed. Sorry, let me do that again. Expertly mixed to avoid detection. This wasn't the work of an amateur. It was clear that the perpetrator had a deep knowledge of chemistry. The FBI was called in to provide a psychological profile of the poisoner. They believed the individual was highly intelligent, possibly a white male in his mid-30s. The person would
They got that wrong, right? He's like 50 something.
Well, I was still picturing the old neighbor. Wasn't he like Korean? This person would be someone who avoids direct confrontation, preferring to act from the shadows. The profile also suggested that the prisoner might be someone who enjoys reading about murder and watching violent movies, fantasizing about committing such acts. We could all be in danger.
Mm-hmm.
Here we are reading about murder. Although I haven't fantasized about anything yet.
No, and thank goodness we don't light up a room when we walk in.
Yeah, no, we don't. No, we don't. People just roll their eyes. The investigation then turned to the Carr's neighbors, Dr. Diana Carr, no relation to Peggy, and her husband, George Trapal. Diana, an orthopedic surgeon with a master's degree in chemistry, and George, a freelance writer, were both members of Mensa, an organization for individuals with high IQs. The couple's intelligence and Diana's background in chemistry made them prime suspects. Moreover, Diana had a recent altercation with Peggy, adding to the suspicion. Dun, dun, dun. As the narrative unfolds, the community is left grappling with the horrifying realization that a brilliant mind can sometimes harbor dark intentions. The quest for justice becomes a race against time as Peggy's condition worsens and the poisoner remains at large. The tension between the Carr family and their neighbors, Dr. Diana Carr and her husband George Trapal, was palpable. A confrontation between Peggy and Diana had escalated, with Diana warning Peggy, "This ain't over yet." As investigators delved deeper, they uncovered George Trapal's dark past. In the mid 70s, he had been arrested in North Carolina for operating one of the largest methamphetamine labs in the eastern United States.
Hmm.
The drug agent who arrested Trapal described him as the most brilliant chemist he had ever encountered.
Yeah, here's I didn't put this up long because I forgot to take the music off, but that's George Paul in the lower right and on the left, obviously later in his life.
That's his family.
Yep.
All right. Tragically, Peggy Carr's battle with thallium poisoning ended on March 3rd, 1989, when she passed away. The case had now escalated to a murder investigation. The sheriff's department, recognizing the complexity of the case, enlisted special agent Susan Gorick. She was tasked with an undercover operation to infiltrate the Mensa Group, an organization for individuals with high IQs, we covered that, to which George Trapal and Diana Carr belonged. Assuming a false identity, Gorick attended a Mensa murder mystery weekend hosted by the Trapals. There, she was handed a murder scenario penned by George Trapal himself. Eerily, one of the scenarios described a murder by poisoning. The parallels between the fictional scenario and Peggy Carr's real life tragedy were chilling. Over time, Gorick managed to befriend Trapal, gaining his trust. Their interactions revealed two sides of Trapal, a seemingly pleasant individual and a man with a sinister edge. This dual nature became even more evident when, after the Trapals moved to a new home, they rented their old residence to Gorick. Seizing the opportunity, homicide detectives conducted a thorough search of the property. In Trapal's workshop, they made a significant discovery: a bottle containing thallium, identical to the poison found in the Carr family's soda bottles. Further investigation of Trapal's new residence unearthed a notebook titled General Poisoning Guides. Inside were excerpts from books detailing various poisons, including thallium. Can I just say, for someone who's a genius, he was a freaking idiot?
Yeah, how
Like,
so?
my God, he just left all of this stuff just lying around
He
when he
did.
was renting the house out to someone else.
Yeah, I remember seeing this on a Forensic Files episode. He left all that stuff in his garage.
Don't take shame in your 130 IQ, because the 160s, they're not exactly knocking it out of the park either. This is embarrassing. Oh, wow. Okay, well, let me go on. The evidence was mounting. George Trapal was arrested and charged with the murder of Peggy Carr and the attempted murder of her family. The motive? It appeared that Trapal, irritated by his neighbors, especially the children, had decided to take drastic measures. When a threatening letter failed to drive the Carr family away, Trapal resorted to poisoning. Using his extensive chemical knowledge, he chose thallium, a poison with no known antidote and one that would elude standard medical tests. The Carr family recalled a particular family dinner where they had consumed the tainted soda. Pye Carr, Peggy's husband, had mixed his bourbon with a splash of this poisoned soda. While while Pye's daughter, Tammy, who drank only diet soda, remained unaffected. Peggy, having consumed the most soda, suffered the highest levels of thallium poisoning, leading to her eventual demise. Scroll up again.
Go here.
Oh, sorry. The trial of George Trapal was a tense affair. The evidence against him, though circumstantial, was compelling. Trapal's past as the head chemist for an illegal methamphetamine lab, the similarities in phrasing between his interview with the police and the threatening leather, his authored murder mystery storyline that eerily mirrored the real life events, the discovery of a thallium bottle in his workshop, and the presence of books detailing the use of thallium in his home all pointed toward his guilt. Not intentional. Like,
Miranda, thank you so much for the super sticker. We appreciate that.
oh, that's awesome. However, okay. However, the defense was adamant. They argued that there was no concrete evidence linking Trapal to the crime. His fingerprints were absent from the soda bottles and the thallium vial. Moreover, they introduced an alternative suspect, Trapal's wife, Diana,
Mm-hmm.
who also, okay, stop doing that. I'm
Nope,
reading.
my
Who
bad.
also had a background in chemistry. Could she have been the mastermind behind the poisoning? The jury was faced with a challenging decision. On one hand, there was a mountain of circumstantial evidence against Trapal. On the other, there was the possibility of reasonable doubt. Could Diana have been involved, or was George Trapal the sole perpetrator? After 6 hours of deliberation, the jury returned with their verdict. George Trapal was found guilty on all charges.
Mhm.
The court sentenced him to death for his heinous crimes. The community was in shock. Many couldn't reconcile the image of Trapal, the seemingly harmless neighbor, with that of a cold-blooded murderer. One resident remarked he was weird, a nerd, and yes, he had a fascination with chemicals, but he didn't seem capable of murder. How many murderers has this person met?
And we have a request for you to do the last paragraph in your Sarah Boone voice.
Oh, okay. However, for investigators, the case was clear.
That's your Sarah Boone voice?
Oh, Sarah Boone.
Yeah.
Sarah. Oh, that's
Not your sexy voice,
all right,
but Sarah.
I gotta do a switch. And who's the request from? You?
No, from Miranda.
Oh, okay. Okay, that one counts.
And thank you, Miranda, for the reminder about the like button. Please hit the like button.
Oh, yeah, I know, right? However, for investigators, the case was clear. Trapal's actions were not just a crime, they were a heinous act of cruelty. He had not only murdered Peggy Carr, but had subjected her to prolonged suffering before her demise. For Peggy's family, the pen was immeasurable. Her daughter remembered her fondly. She was my best friend, my maid of honor for a long time.
Your Honor.
She was all I had.
Judge Wooten.
Judge Wooten.
Very nice. Thank you for that suggestion, Miranda. I think it worked pretty well. It's always good to have a little Sarah Boone, and she's got a pre-trial conference coming up on September 8th.
Next week. Yep.
Next
Friday.
Yeah. So Frank wants out, right? Frank.
Oh, I
Bankelitz.
haven't heard that he's gone yet, though. I don't think he's been allowed to
No,
leave.
the judge still has to, approve that. I
Yeah.
would guess so. But yeah. So September 8th is the next deal, and we'll see. Maybe she'll pull a Daryl Brooks and represent herself.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Yep.
Yeah, I'd be excited.
You do better. You do a better Sarah than Sarah.
I seriously doubt that. But
Thank you. All right, everybody. We really appreciate it, whether you're watching live or watching the replay. Have a great night, and thank you for coming by Absolutely Criminal.
Yeah, and we will definitely work on our timing for these. We were kind of rushed into it this afternoon.
We were rushed,
Yeah.
and in case I haven't mentioned it, an insect flew right up my nose.
I know, we heard.
A minute before showtime, and that's a really hard thing to deal with, Tiffie. I don't know if you appreciate that.
I do. You snorted it out on my arm, so I felt it.
Sorry for that.
That was disgusting. All right. Thank you guys. Have a great night.
Good night.
Under the tree.